Welcome to the Menopause Eating Plan. The way to think about this plan is as an S4 plan. It is made up very simply of a shake, salad, snack, and then starch. The 4 S's: shake, salad, snack, starch. This is your structure in the structured flexibility way of looking at this. So let's get into these in a little more detail. The shake is a 1 protein-based smoothie per day, typically in the beginning of the day. Now, this is a 20 to 30 gram protein smoothie, usually done in liquid that is low calorie, low fat, low carbohydrate. Best would be skim milk. Best would be, even better than skim milk, would be unsweet almond milk or unsweet coconut milk. We prefer the unsweet almond milk and unsweet coconut milk. Some of our favorite shakes to use are the isogenic shakes, which you can get from Metabolic Effect. BioTrust shakes, which you can get from Metabolic Effect. And we have provided a list of other suitable protein-based powders that you can use. Simply find one you like. A salad simply means a protein vegetable meal. Typically, you're going to do this for lunch. Now, this could be a salad, traditional salad, or a soup or stew. Now, the major thing to understand about a salad is that it is devoid of carbohydrates. It does not have starch in it. So any food could be made into a salad. If you're eating a burrito, for instance, you ask for extra vegetables, no rice, no beans, no tortilla, because that's all the starch, and then extra meat that goes in there. So this is basically like a burrito bowl with extra lettuce, extra peppers, onions, things like that, with the meat, but without any of the starch. That would be called a convenience salad. You can also do a crock pot meal that is basically meat and vegetables, or a soup that is meat and vegetables. The snack is going to be coming from the green list of foods, and I'm going to show you those foods in just a minute. And that snack is optional. It's typically best done midday sometime between breakfast and lunch if you're hungry at lunch, or sometimes between lunch and dinner. Lunch and dinner is probably the best time to do it because many people get hungry then. And then the starch meal, one regular meal, typically at the end of the day, a dinner meal that contains starch. That's how you're going to look at this S4 plan: shake, salad, snack, starch. Here is the structure. Now, that last meal at the end of the day, the one that contains the starch, should also look somewhat like this: vegetables, lean protein, and then starch or fat in that little sliver. However, we're going to get into how to tweak this. Some of you may need to drastically increase that starch or fat window in order to control your hunger, energy, and cravings. And that's when we're going to get into the flexibility piece. But for now, you're going to be doing one shake in the morning, a salad for lunch, a snack coming from the green foods between lunch and dinner, and then a dinner that looks very much like this plate that includes starch. Now, one thing that I'll talk about really quickly is fiber, because you're going to hear an awful lot about eating foods that are high in protein, fiber, and water, which are the green foods, the foods that you want to take for your snacks. Most people think that the whole grains are the ones that have the most fiber in them. And they do, but only from the total perspective. So quickly look at this chart and you'll see that fruits and vegetables have more fiber relative to sugar or starch compared to whole grains. Plus, fruits and vegetables have a ton of water that come along with them. This is why fruits and vegetables will be the green foods that you can eat, while whole grains you're going to want to avoid and only include in your starch meals. Here is how to think about food. Look at the green list of foods on this chart. HEC, H-E-C, stands for hunger, energy, and cravings. You want to eat foods that have a low fat storing potential and balance HEC, or keep your HEC in check, as we like to say. So these green foods are the ones that you're going to choose for your snacks. Things like chicken, turkey, fowl, game meats, most fish, bison, lean ground beef, shellfish, lean cuts of pork, egg whites, and protein powders. And then non-starchy, high-fiber veggies like kale, collards, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, spinach, lettuce, tomato, salad greens, jicama, asparagus, green beans, cucumber, celery, peppers, carrots, radish, zucchini, squashes, pumpkin. And then high water, low sugar fruits like berries, apples, pears, and citrus fruits. Those foods you can eat unlimited on this plan. The rest of the foods you're going to want to keep to a minimum, the yellow foods and the red foods. And what's beautiful about this is that if you follow the S4 plan, which stands for shake, salad, snack, and then starch at the end of the day, you will have a very nice formula, very nice structure, very easy to follow that will keep your heck in check and get you burning fat. Remember, as a menopausal woman, what is going on with you, whether you're perimenopausal, menopausal, or postmenopausal, is you have a body that is now far more insulin resistant than it ever has been, which means you have to drastically increase the green foods and drastically reduce the yellow and red foods. That is what's going to give you the results on this plan. Now, here's a sample day of eating. Meal 1, 20 to 30 gram protein powder in 12-ounce unsweet almond milk. Meal 2, large mixed green salad with salmon on top. Meal 3, organic turkey cold cuts and celery spears. That comes right out of that green food list. And then meal 4, grilled chicken, broccoli, and a sweet potato. Now, I say large sweet potato here, and if you go back to that plate, you'll see that I talked about starch and fat as being only a little sliver. So this is going to depend on you and your results. You may be able to get away with a large sweet potato, or you may need to have much less. This is a very simple plan to follow. Most people will have a tendency to want to make it far more difficult to follow. Follow this plan exactly in the beginning. The rest of the education is going to teach you how to tweak. One other thing I'll say here is that diet is how you get results, not exercise. If you've been thinking all these years that you can exercise more and get the results you want, pay very close attention to this education that you're going to be getting, because you're going to see that is not the way you do this. 90% of your results will come from following this plan exactly. Shake, salad, snack, starch at the end of the day.